Okay, my apologies. I wasn't able to pause, and so I had to cut this into two parts. Continuing on, I was talking about my mindset during the season, the beginning of my end of the church practice. And as I was saying, I looked around and felt the energy and the spirit of the people around, and it was it was not a good feeling. What I saw was a lot of lack, a lot of uh, insecurities, a lot of mask, even with myself. And I wanted to know why. Why do we have this issue? What is it? If we're all doing the right thing, why do we all have the same issues? We're all tithing, we're all offering, we're all doing these things. And so as I was saying, so then I considered maybe it's because they say, the spirit or the energy of the church or of a home starts at the top. So maybe, I consider that maybe because our pastors were not um, heavily into materialism, though they were into the building of wealth and getting your credit together and establishing businesses. They would tell, that they gave us their different words of wisdom and advice on finances. They even had a couple of books, uh, you know, for the topic. But just maybe I consider maybe that's why. Maybe it's a thing of it. It comes from the head and it spreads down. Because now us as their children, their shepherd, their congregation, flock. I mean, their shepherd, their sheep, their flock, whatever you would call it. We are now almost in a way, uh, you can say programmed or whatever word you choose to not want to have those things either, to not be, to be complacent with just enough, for lack of a better term. Though there was discussions of always wanting to have better and to do better, and God is willing and God is able and God has a plan for you, and once you get into your purpose, and those things were talked about, but the overall energy of the people was just good times, the theme song, scratching and surviving. And so my thoughts started with, as much as I love these people and I love this church, is it the church? Is it us? Because like I was saying, I thought about churches of people that I went to, or people that I know, and who, that's not what you saw. Even if it was fake, they had some way to fake the appearance of having more than what we had. And that baffled me. It wasn't that was like not the sole reason, of course, but I just remember that's when it started. It was such an eye opener to me that so many of us have the same issues, and we're here every Sunday, and some of us Sunday for church, Monday for mentor meeting, Tuesday for Bible study, Wednesday for praise and worship, Thursday for dancing, Friday for the women's meeting, Saturday to clean up for Sunday. Some of us were there like that. And why can't we seem to get a break in our finances? I recalled standing at the altar or sitting at the chair. I don't know where I am, but I having this hope for a miracle because I needed so much money to take care of a bill. And I had enough, but if I did that, no, I didn't have enough because the amount that I had included the tithe. So if I dip into this money and not tithe and actually take care of what I need to take care of, I don't deserve God. I don't love God. This is a test. And I lost things. I've had cars. I had a car repossessed sitting literally. I was in the church and the repossession man pulled up at the church and got my car. Someone came in and told me, Sister Luanda, they're taking your car. And it was because of this type of mindset. The fear that if I did what I knew to do, more so than what I'm being told to do or what I'm led to believe I should do, I made the decision to intentionally not take care of what I could have taken care of out of fear, out of the hopes of doing what was right in God's eyes. And the other part of it is knowing that a portion of this, what we say is for God, but it's going to the church. And I'm looking around at the needs in the church. And the heart is believing that it's going to come back. And there were times that there were things given to the church. I won't say the church didn't give back. But overall and as a whole, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video because it appears that one of my neighbors is out playing music at 10:40 a.m. Yay. Well, they should be playing praise and worship, right? Because it's Sunday. How dare they? But I don't mean to. I no longer am in a space where I am angry or even make fun or any of that, because I understand that spiritual practices are what they are. My problem with it is when you make dumb decisions based upon your spiritual practice, like the one that I just did. Choosing to not pay your car note, not pay your electric bill, not pay your rent because you have to pay a tithe. Because that's another subject. I'm going to leave that alone. But yeah, that was one of the things I remember looking around the church. And there's plenty of, things that led to my choice to stop going. But I didn't understand the lack of the people. I didn't understand how we were all doing what we were supposed to do, why we were constantly tested in that way, and what was the real prize for enduring this test. Why the struggle for all of us? It wasn't just about me. I looked around at the whole, and it was a struggle. It was just a struggle energy, thick. Like everything was a struggle. Everything was a juggle. Everything was a hustle. Nobody had enough or just barely had enough, but we was, praising, worshiping and dancing and houting and shooting and shouting. And then most of us wouldn't even speak to each other when the service was over. Most of us was on our way to our car trying to figure out how we was going to get home because we didn't have enough gas. Most of us might have had enough gas and got home, but then was trying to figure out what we was going to eat. So yeah, that was part of my mindset. All right. Peace.